Coming up, Caribbean FC Academy grab 4 big points. The Midden Conference kicks off, we'll have scores. The League for Clubs NorCal Conference action continues. Do they have a new leader? Let's get into it. Hello and welcome to State 48 Football's continuing coverage of the lower league game. Today we'll go through news and results from the APSL and the League for Clubs, as well as a bit more amateur cup action. Let's get it on. Shall we? In the APSL, no Sunday action, so only 12 games this week. In the League for Clubs, there were just 2 games scheduled this round. We have a couple more amateur cup results to report. Caribbean FC Academy had a great weekend, taking 4 points out of the 6 on offer. On Wednesday, they handed Glastonbury a decisive defeat.
5th place Caribbean FCA hosted 2nd place Glastonbury Celtic midweek, and goals were the order of business. A trio of players each had a double on the night. John Fred Lewis got the goal fest started in the 5th minute. Kinley Lalland would make it 2-0 just 3 minutes later. Serge Anthony Lucien increased the lead to 3 in the 17th, and Lalland finished his brace moments later in the 18th for a 4-0 lead. Lewis completed his double in the 34th minute for a 5-0 lead. Jack Albert pulled one back for the visitors a few minutes before halftime, cut the difference to 4. Sevon Kamlin Kadaya scored a second goal for Glastonbury, but it was never going to be enough. Lucien completed his double in the 56th, and that's where the scoring ended, 6-2 to Caribbean. The win moved them to just 2 points behind Glastonbury and into 3rd place.
On Saturday, Caribbean traveled to Vale Forge to battle conference leaders, KO Elites, with a shot at 2nd place on the line.
KO Elites, who have yet to drop a point this season, hosted newcomers Caribbean FC Academy, who themselves have only dropped 2 points in their first 4 games. A hard-fought 90 minutes saw no goals scored. The point increases KO Elites' lead to 10 points over Glastonbury and closes Caribbean's deficit to 1 point behind Glastonbury.
News from the APSL. The league has announced that Westchester Predators' Dylan Lacey has signed a contract with CT United Athletic Club of MLS Next Pro. Midden Conference play kicked off this past Saturday with a quintuple header at Waterford Kettering High School. Let's take a peek at game number 1, Hoverla vs Livonia City.
Hoverla FC got the first goal in conference history through Ural Conserata in the 2nd minute. Livonia City's Caleb Dupree tied it up at 1-1 in the 80th minute. It looked like it might end even Steven, but Liam Joseph Francis bagged the winner very late, in the 90th minute +2 to seal the points for Hoverla.
News from the Midwest Premier League. No new news items this week. Hoboken grabbed an important win away at Pancyprians in the Metro Conference.
Hoboken rolled into Queen's College and snagged 3 key points in securing a national playoff spot. Mike Bello struck first for the visitors in the 25th from a Luke Smith corner. Pablo Laineza leveled for Pancyprians 11 minutes later with a laser beam strike from almost 30 yards out. Jack Stainrod scored a flick header from a Sebastian Ruiz corner on the edge of halftime to put Pancyprians in front at the break. The second half Samuel Epitime in the 50th and Cameron McGregor in the 52nd put the New Jerseyans back in front. The 1-goal lead would hold until the 89th minute, when Tyler Diaz added an insurance goal to make it 4-2. However, 5 minutes later, 4 minutes deep into stoppage time, Man Sebo would put the result in doubt, making it 4-3. About 1 minute later, the whistle sounded for full time and Hoboken found themselves a single point behind Pancyprians and 6 points clear of Doxa.
News from the Northern Ohio League. Just one new team announcement: collegiate side, University of Akron, aka the Zips, will join the 2nd division in the upcoming season. Of note for Akron, no fewer than 18 Zips alum have played in, or are still playing in, either MLS or USL Championship. The League for Clubs. FC Davis makes it 16 games unbeaten against a shorthanded Afghan Premier on Saturday.
FC Davis needed nearly the entire first half to take the lead, but once they did, it was all Davis. Afghan put themselves into a difficulty of their own making, with a red card in the 20th minute. Daniel Jebri got the scoring started in the final ticks of the first half some 4 minutes deep into stoppage time. Bennett Olsen's in the 52nd and Elijah Alba in the 62nd put any hope of a comeback out of reach for 10-man Afghan Premier. The victory pushes Davis into first place for the first time in this campaign.
News from the league for clubs. Just an alignment and schedule released this week for the Red River Conference of the Central Region. And now, the final score.
APSL midweek scores. Wednesday, Caribbean FCA 6, Glastonbury 2. Philadelphia Heritage 1. Sewell Old Boys 3. Somerville United 1. Scrub Nation 0. Thursday, New York Pancyprians 3. Hoboken 4. APSL Saturday scores. Haverla FC 2. Livonia City 1. Inter Detroit 5. Intra United 1. Imlay City 0. Drida SC 5. Falcons 2, Praia Capital 1. Cavaliers, United 2, World Class 1. Alianza FC 3, Monroe United 1. Scrub Nation 1, Somerville United 2. KO Elites 0, Caribbean FCA 0. The League for Clubs Saturday scores. San Ramon 4, Albion Silicon Valley 3. FC Davis 3, Afghan Premier 0. National Amateur Cup, Region 1. Ristosi FC vs. Club Atletico Los Toros, forfeited. Los Toros advance. Cristos FC 5, Jugadores 0. Loco Gunners vs. Santa Cruz FC, forfeited. Loco Gunners advance. SC Vistula Garfield vs. Beach Street FC, forfeited. Vistula Garfield advance. National Amateur Cup, Region 2. Goshen City FC 4, Steel City 1, after extra time. Green Bay Glory vs. Camargo FC, forfeited. Green Bay advances.
Now let's take a look at the league tables. APSL Metropolitan Conference. The top 4 spots are not fully guaranteed yet, but we have a pretty good idea, right now, of who the playoff teams will be. Hoboken's smash and grab on Thursday put 6 points of daylight between them in 4th and Doxa in 5th. Relegation is still up for grabs, as it were, amongst the bottom 5 teams. Delaware River Conference. Sewell Old Boys have put together a couple of victories and jumped from 12th to 9th in the past week. They have not fully escaped the danger, though. Only 4 points separate them from the bottom. Midden Conference. Haverla may have scored the first goal in the conference, but they sit 5th. Drida, Inter Detroit and Alianza all have goal differences of greater than 1. Terminus Conference. The Terminus teams had the week off, so no changes there. Mayflower Conference. Somerville United, brand new, Somerville United, have 4 games in hand over Scrub Nation, whom they beat twice in the last week. It's not a stretch to say they could win the conference. They are only 8 points back. The APSL has pulled the old switcheroo. The Mid-Atlantic Conference is not a single table anymore. It has been divided into Maryland and DC Virginia divisions. The graphic in last week's show should have been a clue, but it was not official on the APSL website. This is how Maryland looks. 2 teams on 3 points and 4 teams yet to begin play. This is the DC Virginia view. 3 teams tied on 3 points. Constitution Conference. Caribbean's win over Glastonbury has moved them to 1 point behind. KO Elites are still 10 points clear at the top, though. And the Trinity Conference. Foro and Carrollton both on 9 points. Foro has a much superior goal difference. Double, in fact, 18-9. Last, but not least, in the league for clubs, NorCal Conference. FC Davis, last season's habitual top team, are back on top this season. Iron Rose will finally get their season underway next weekend away to Oakland. Now for a quick Amateur Cup update. Region 1, we have our 8 advancing teams from this region. Westchester United SC, Vereinigung Erzgebirge, Lansdowne Yonkers FC, Luros SC, Club Atletico Los Toros, Christos FC, Loco Gunners, and SC Vistula Garfield. Region 2, there are still a few outstanding results. That will do it for now. If you appreciate what we do, give us a like. If you don't, leave us a comment and let us know what we might do better. We'll see you next week.